My name is Darren Smith, and I'm the founder of the community here. And we began this several years ago, and it was a bit of a calling to try to get back to the simple way of life, kind of a grassroots type of living. It would probably be the way that our grandparents would just say they lived, but we think it's something special and new. And it really just entails being able to grow your own fruits and vegetables, drink raw milk, raise livestock the way you wish, have chickens in your yard if you want. Those types of simple ways of life. Organic food is important to us. Raw food is nice. Some people around the community are vegetarians, but for the most part, people just pretty much eat and do what they want to do. But it's not a lot of processed stuff. And that was something that was pretty important to us and our family, trying to get healthy. Also de-stressing and the lack of materialism. I mean, we wanted to get rid of much of the thing that we have in the United States, which was kind of being captive by the things that we owned. We came to find out that they owned us. And so in reducing the amount of material objects that you have and living a more simple life, for us, just kind of made sense. It was the way we wanted to do the second half of our lives. The first halves were very, very busy, very hustle and bustle, young kids, growing companies and partnerships, and everything was about increasing what you had. When really the most important thing that we already had, and that's the family and the friends and the relationships. But the material objects that we wanted to continue to gain, I guess it was just keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing. Didn't realize that we were playing it, but I think everybody's playing it. That went away when we came down here. When you come into a third world culture like this, where it's not unusual for people to live in a dirt floor hut, and they're happy. They're actually proud that they've got a house. They feel good about it. But from the society we come from, we would look at that on camera and we would say, oh, those poor people. And I ended up having a conversation early on when I came here with someone who actually lived like that, dirt floor home. And the conversation evolved into him asking me questions. And the questions were, did you have a mortgage? Did you have a car payment? Did you pay insurance? How about your taxes? How much is your food? On and on with these questions. And each one I had some big number to put behind. And at the end of it, he said, well, you're poor and I'm rich. And I paused for just a moment and realized that I might be talking to the smartest guy ever, because he had it figured out and I didn't. And so the ideas of this community are for us not to go all the way back to dirt floors. And, we enjoy our hot water and we have internet and we drive nice vehicles and, our roads they're gravel, but they're smooth, we live good. But we do live simple in comparison to the way most of the Western world lives. And it feels great. And it took a family that was almost always just with their faces shoved into their smartphones and into their laptops. And it made us start to do things together that families just don't do anymore. We started growing our gardens and pulling our own weeds and watering at night. And we started raising the animals together and cooking our own food. And it wouldn't be out of a box. It would be something that you made from scratch. And collecting our own eggs in the morning and going out to the close dairy to us here to pick up fresh milk. And we make our own butter by skimming the milk and shaking the cream. And, all of those things are just things that you end up doing together as a family. And so the benefits that we got from changing our lifestyle to what some people would call going more primitive, for us really felt like a huge advancement, because it was an advancement in the things that we found out really meant the most to us. Family, relationships, friends, neighbors, those types of things. So we're blessed to be able to figure that out early enough in life that we can make a life change and start to be able to spend spare time doing things that are important. We do orphan missions here on a regular basis. 1 week a month we choose to go to some select orphanages that we have relationships with. And we serve there by either doing a small construction project. We take them hundreds of pounds of clothing, usually per month. The extra food that the farm provides, or even farm foods from farms that are local that we pick up at good prices, we're able to take to those orphanages. So those kids who never get fresh fruits and vegetables can. And we wouldn't have been able to do that in the United States because we always had to chase the dollar so rapidly, both me and my wife, to be able to sustain a lifestyle there, that serving others, doing a mission, just helping out a neighbor, is something we always wanted to do, but we never had the time.